Got a call last night from an old friend's wife, said I hate to bother you. Well, Johnny Ray fell off the wagon, he's been gone all afternoon. Well, I know my buddy, so I drove to Scudder.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Sounds Like Life with Darryl Worley. And I got my buddy Jimmy Rodgers here with me today. I've been working for Jimmy a few times over the past few years. He has this event here in Texas called Concert in the Country, and it benefits another organization that he's also ownership has part to do with it, called Boots for Troops. Mm-hmm. And so he's one of a bunch of us guys that love to do things to give back to our military, to honor and lift them up, to breathe hope into people who've gone and sacrificed so much for us and our families and our way of life. So instead of me just rattling on about all the calls, I'm going to pass it to you, man. But we're here today to do the 10th annual Concert in the Country to raise money for Boots for Troops. And so by the way, thank you for having me. Thank you for having us bring the podcast here. It's a beautiful day. We're going to kill it.
Yeah, so I'm a co-founder of Boots for Troops. Okay. My wife and I, we started the organization back in 2015 when I was deployed on the USS Theodore Roosevelt, serving in the Navy. And we were getting care packages from back home. And although we were grateful for the packages, what I noticed was a lot of the boxes were filled with like overstock items or things that we didn't even really want or could use. So, you know, I always say it was God sent, but I just had this idea to come up with. I wanted to create the world's greatest care package. Because we come from the world's greatest country. And I'm like, we should be sending the best stuff to our troops, to all the quality, top-notch stuff. We shouldn't be sending, razors with one blade. Right. They should get the best stuff. So
the ones they give you at the desk at the hotel.
Exactly, right? It's like, what is this junk? And, the American people have good intentions. Maybe they just need to be a little more educated on, what the guys want and need. And, we build these care packages that are custom to each individual service member.
Right.
So when they get them, it's their favorite snacks. It's stuff from their favorite sports teams. It's like a hug from home. They're like, somebody built this box just for me. It wasn't mass produced.
This is the part of what y'all do that I learned about when I first, even before I came here the first time. Yep. And so I was reading up on this Boots for Troops, that I was blown away by that, because when you're in a deployment situation, thousands of miles away from your home and family, people that you love, especially like Christmas time, Thanksgiving, if you just get a box full of stuff and none of it really looks familiar or means anything to you, but if you get something that's tailored for you, buddy, that's a big deal, man.
The impact on the morale is so much bigger when somebody a stranger put it together for you.
Absolutely.
It makes it even more meaningful. And there's nothing better when you're deployed, and I'm speaking from experience, than getting that box or getting something from home.
Yes.
I mean, it really rejuvenates you. And so we started with the care packages, but then we've added some additional services and programs over the years. Something really cool we do during the holidays, which is coming up, is we fly E4 and below home to their hometowns to spend Thanksgiving or Christmas with family.
Wow.
And when my wife and I were serving, we wanted to go home for Christmas or Thanksgiving. We had to buy two airfare tickets, round trip there and back. Military doesn't pay for it.
Exactly.
So we sponsor about 30 to 40 flights during the holidays for E4s to go, E4 and below, to go home and spend.
That's huge.
We all, just like us, they want to be home with family and wake up and eat grandma's cookies and eat the turkey.
So when I was doing the trips to the war zone and all that stuff, we always went at Christmas time.
Yeah.
It bothered my family, but my family is a military family, and my wife had lived her life through all of that with her family. I left her home at Christmas time pregnant once.
It's incredible.
And was gone for a couple of weeks, and they came out to interview her. They said we're doing a documentary at a time, and she said, well, my brother had to go over there, and she goes, we didn't get to pick when.
Right.
It wasn't like that. So she goes, no, I would never ever step in and tell him not to go, because she said hope is huge, and what you're doing gives hope. And man, hope, a lot of people don't realize what that word really.
That's what that box is when they get it. That box is hope to.
That's right, brother.
Keep you going, and I'm going to see my family again, right? Or people care. That's the biggest thing, is they want to know that the American people care.
somebody recognizes what I'm doing out here.
Right.
And that's huge.
It is.
So, yeah, man, I just think it's, especially when you take these little things and put a personal touch on it. And you guys are doing good work. I'm very, very proud of my foundation. I don't rant and rave about it all the time. People really, unless you go really dig in and check out the Darryl Worley Foundation, you don't know what all the different arms are. But we have a veterans fund, we call it. It's grown into an incredible thing. We help families at home. We've got a couple of guys right now that were living on the streets. We didn't know. Yeah. We didn't know where they were or who they came from, But we've found that information out, approached them. We've got them in some little dwellings that are perfect for them. They're excited. Got hope again.
Right.
And so it's we're all working together to do some of the same stuff. Thank you for having us, man.
Well, having you here, I mean, that song, Have You Forgotten? I mean, that it's so patriotic, and just having you here, you fit what we're doing.
Thank you.
And
man.
You've just your first time you were here, you participated to the full extent. And we've been doing this for 10 years, and we've had artists come through here that participate and that don't.
Right.
And you've been very gracious, and we knew you loved the troops when you were coming. So you fit what we're doing, and we were excited to have you back here again this year.
Thank you for having us. I heard that you're doing this. This is the first decade, the 10-year event, and the fact that we're part of this means a lot to me. But we want to also participate. Like I love the fact that we're sort of we're crossing our paths right now. We're taking our followers and blending them together, because a lot of the folks, when they go, my folks that don't know about Boots for Troops, when they go and check that out, then they're going to be supportive.
Absolutely.
Because they're going to see what y'all do, and it's very, I just love the word, it's personalized. It's specific to the individual, and so that's a big deal. Yeah. And I guarantee you, I ain't got as many followers as some people. This thing's starting to blow up pretty good.
I've seen it on TikTok and some of the platforms, and
it's blowing up pretty good.
For us, it's awesome because it's going to get out a lot in Nashville, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
And this festival, this music festival, we'd love to let the other musicians and entertainers know what we're doing down here.
Sure.
And especially when those offer sheets come across and they say, "Hey, I saw that on the Darryl.
Right.
Let's go play that." And we have a great team here, a great committee that really pour their heart and souls into what we're doing. You can see that over the last 10 years, because these music festivals, they come and go. Most of them don't last. So when you make it this long, it's just a testament to the team, the people that help
and the
make
cause.
it happen. And the cause, yeah.
Yes. You trust me, you'll get a lot more people pouring money on you doing something like this than like I could have a show at my farm next week or next year, promote it, like spend tons of money. If you ain't got a good cause, a lot of people are just going to go, I've been to a show before.
Yep.
So how long are we going to do this? This one right here, this series. How long is this going to go on?
Man, it's exhausting. People don't realize. I'm like, come hang out with me for the week of this thing, and every year it's like you're so excited, but then at the end you're going, oh man, do I want to do that again next year? Jeez.
Listen,
so much.
The Tennessee River Run almost killed me.
Yeah,
it really did.
It will take everything out of you.
And it was the same kind of deal. Every dime that was left over when all the bills were paid went to the foundation. Yep. And I told my wife, I said, do you realize that I do this weekend? It's the hardest weekend of my year. Yeah. I do it every year, and I do it for nothing. Yeah. But which is not true. I do it for all the people that it will help. And it's worth every ounce of energy I expend. But I'm telling you, people who haven't done it have no clue.
People show up and they see everything put together and like, oh, this is awesome. It didn't pop up. It's so much that goes into it. But now it's become such a part of the community. Everybody looks forward to it.
Yes.
You got to kind of put your own feelings aside and realize there's a bigger part of it, and you've built something that the community looks forward to every year.
Yes.
They can't wait to see who's going to be on the lineup.
There you go.
They can't wait to buy their tickets. And like you said, they'll come just for the cause. There's going to be 1,500 people here no matter what. If you put anybody out there on that stage because of the cause.
Sure.
And that's because we've built an awesome event that the community looks forward to every year.
Well, I tell you, man, I don't do this intentionally, but I probably should. But I also think that, at least I can speak from my own experience, and this is probably very similar. There's a blessing on things like this.
For sure.
Like God looks on this and goes, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And he smiles and he says, I'm going to hold the rain off. I'm going to do there's a bunch of things, brother.
Darryl, last year, we were like, nobody's going to come, it's going to pour. It rained all around except from this little spot right here over this pasture. It didn't rain.
I love it, man.
And it was like 80%, 90% chance rain. And it rained all around it, and right here in this one pasture, it wouldn't rain. And it was like, it's just another, God's real. Like,
man, listen,
man.
And hey, we've had Tennessee River Run events that were rained out,
Yeah.
but we'd wind up in a big building somewhere and wind up raising more money than we would have.
Yeah.
He sees this kind of work and he smiles on it.
Absolutely.
And it's another reason why, and you said it, you alluded to this earlier in your conversation when you said that a lot of events like this don't last as long as this one has.
They don't.
They come and go so fast. A concert series can be a 2 or 3 year thing, and sometimes it's just one year. But the ones that when you have a cause like this and all the hearts are right, everybody's heart's right. I knew the minute I first got out down here, I thought, I felt so good. I said, these people are truly here to help the troops.
Yep.
And it's a huge part of that is your background.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's great because you've been out there. That's another thing I meant to say when you said you were on a ship. I mean, those guys don't expect to get mail or anything. It's like, will it make it here or not?
It's like every time you see that ship pull up next to the carrier, it's the ration ship, you're like, oh, yeah, we're going to have more food, maybe some mail. But, yeah, I mean.
Out there on the water, brother, you're lucky if you get anything.
I wouldn't trade those 4 years of my life for nothing.
Right.
That experience of being on that carrier and going around the world and with the best guys and gals of our nation has.
Right.
I would never trade that for anything, even though it sucked being on that ship.
I believe one of my first cousins was on that same carrier.
The Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna check. I told you the same thing before, but I'm gonna double check on it. And then his brother.
Right.
Was also affiliated with the Navy, but he ran missions inland.
Yeah.
And one time while Lee was on the carrier, a helicopter came and landed on the ship, on the carrier.
Yeah.
And they literally stopped by there to let his brother get off and say hello to him. They hugged each other.
Wow.
Got back on the helicopter and he was gone. But that happened.
Was special.
That's very special. That's good stuff, man. I mean, I got a bunch of those cool stories because of my family's military background, and it's why we do what we do. So
I'm sure you have a bunch of cool stories going over there and playing for everybody too. I mean, especially in that time.
Unbelievable,
man.
That's unbelievable.
The guy that's running the production for the show tonight with Deep South, he was with Toby Keith for 27 years.
Who is it?
It was name's TJ. He was his production manager.
I know who it is.
You might.
I do.
Yeah, you know TJ.
I know TJ.
Yeah. And,
I may try to get around and holler at him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
For sure.
But as you know, because Toby was one of the most beloved also entertainers that went over there and did those
saw him over there
tours.
at times.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, sure did. As a matter of fact, we rode together on we usually flew. I did because I was traveling with the Sergeant Major of the Army. It wasn't always a USO affiliated thing. And we usually traveled over on military planes. But this particular trip to the war zone, we flew commercial, and Toby and I flew together.
Nice.
It's pretty weird, yeah. He
Atlas
went a different
Airlines?
direction, huh?
Was it Atlas?
No, we were on Delta, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But man, we always went into Kuwait first, no matter what we were doing, because there's a ton of military presence there, U.S. military, and we would go to those bases first before we ever went into the war zone and entertain those people, and then we would hit the road for the war zone.
Man, how did you feel flying in those military planes? Did you ever go on any ships? Did you go play on any ships?
Went to a couple ships, but we didn't get to play.
Gotcha.
We just visited and hung out, and we also did a couple of cool things with the Coast Guard in the Mediterranean in the bay. What bay was it? Would have been anyway.
Arabian Gulf, Red Sea.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
And they took us out to meet up with the Navy.
Yeah.
And we hung out with them for a while.
Oh, cool.
We went on
the Coast
their,
Guard and the Navy?
Huh?
The Coast Guard and the Navy?
Yeah, the Coast Guard took us out
Gotcha.
to them. And we went on their little gunboats.
Oh yeah,
I say little gunboats.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty good sized
Little
boat with 50 cal on the
Oh,
front. And he said, "Yeah, we can crank this gun up and just about stop this boat." You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's a bad. They were set up, but he let us drive the boat. Had the big cans on the back, and he said, "Now you drop this can, it'll turn the boat around." Oh, buddy, we had a blast.
I remember sleeping in the racks when they were practicing the 50 cals. It would wake you up. You can't ignore that sound.
No mistaking it.
No.
Absolutely not. Well, man, I'm gonna tell you, for me, this was the thing that I wanted to be sure we could capture today. If you want to talk about, before we snip it, if you want to talk about any special sponsors, anything that you want to talk about that has to do with your event and your cause, but I appreciate. So I mean, we've probably got. We've got a ton of good stuff here, and it'll really, really translate. It's going to be informative for people. If you want to hit anything else before we go, but I think,
man, I just want to, like, if anybody's watching this concert, it's we're in our 10th year, and it started off as really just an ideal and a dream. When the first year we did it, I didn't know anything about booking an artist, renting a stage, nothing. So I always like to share the story because I believe the American dream is still alive. And
Amen,
it's living
buddy.
proof in this event because we know us as a family didn't know anything about putting on a concert,
right?
Like nothing at all. But we kind of self-educated and made the right phone calls and asked help. And the first year was a local headliner, and then we've had some of the best people in country music come here the last 10 years. And each year we learn a little more and we grow a little more and we get a little better at it. But it started as a dream, you know, and it's if you ever get a chance to come play it. It's on a beautiful horse farm in Texas. The scenery is beautiful. It really is a concert in the country. It has that country vibe and feel. And everybody here, like you said, has a good heart and wants to do good for the troops.
Yes.
And it sounds cliche, but it is a magical event.
Oh, man.
And the presentations you're going to see on the stage tonight, we're giving away a free roof to a veteran. We're honoring veterans on stage. We're doing a tribute to America. And I remember last time you were here when you played Have You Forgotten, we had everybody was holding those American flags and waving them.
Yeah.
And it's just a special event. It's an honor to be the leader of it. And man, I just can't really put it into words, but you got to come experience it.
Yes.
Here in Magnolia, Texas. Yeah.
Magnolia, yes.
Magnolia,
I don't know if we've even said that. That's important.
Yeah.
We're down here in Magnolia. It is absolutely beautiful. Texas has had a pretty tough year, the floods and all that. We came down, as a matter of fact, for a couple of different benefit type deals, and donated some time and effort to that to try to help people.
You've been all over the country, and when you come down here to Texas, the Southern hospitality is real.
Oh, absolutely.
You can just feel the difference. I've been to nothing against New York or other places, but when you come here to Texas, man, the people are just different.
Well, they are. It's so weird you'd say it. I was talking about this very thing when I was walking over here to this house today, and I said, there's something about Texas. I said, I don't always love the terrain. I've been to places where I'm thinking, man, this is like the desert.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's everything in Texas.
Right.
The hill country's beautiful, but the people are amazing.
Yeah.
And if you can go anywhere in the country and run into nasty people.
Right.
But my experience in Texas has been incredible. The first 2 years of my career, I spent most of it in Texas.
Yeah.
And Texas radio station out in Dallas, 95.5 The Wolf, they when Brian Phillips was running that station at exactly the same time I was getting started, they adopted me for some reason.
Yeah.
He liked me, and everybody in the nation was following what he was doing.
Right.
And he adopted me and said, we're going to champion your cause. Got me started. That's how I got rolling. So I'm a huge Texas fan, and I love the people. I love the hunting. But if you haven't spent time down here, you need to experience this experience, concert in the country and Boots for Troops. Man, thank you so much for taking time to do this. I'm proud we brought it down. If we don't get anything else done today, this right here, I promise you, you said a while ago, if anybody sees it, I promise you they're going to see it.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for being here and supporting this cause.
Absolutely.
You've been awesome.
Thank you, brother.
You bet.